sent some of the disciples to Jesus with one pointed question. He said to those disciples, don't get in any great debate with the master. Just ask this man, are you the one who was to come, or should we look for another? In other words, what John was asking of Jesus, he was saying to Jesus, are you the real Messiah? Notice the text. Jesus' reply to John's disciples was simply, go and tell John what you see and hear. The blind sees, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor has the gospel preached to them, and the lame walk. And the lame walk. I believe that from that statement, the lame walk, Jesus knew that John would know that Jesus was the true Messiah. Simply, for centuries ago, the prophet Isaiah prophesied that when the true Messiah comes, then shall the lame leap like a deer. And so Jesus, instead of saying, yes, I am, just go and tell him, the lame walk. That I am fulfilling the prophecy of the Old Testament patriarch Isaiah. Well, may I put it this way? Jesus proclaimed and practiced an orthopedic gospel. He enabled crippled bodies, minds, and spirits to walk erect. He enabled multitudes of people crippled by all kinds of disabilities to get up and to face life courageously. Get up and to conquer old habits. Get up and to hold your head up high and move through life with an uprightness of character. Get up from the unhelped. Get up and start walking like a regular human being should. For over 2,000 years, theologians and along with myself have been trying to explain the wherefore of Christ's salvation. It has so many fragments to it. It's so big, it's so great that it boggles the mind when you try to really put this salvation into a package that people get easily understood. But what we do know is the gospel of the orthopedic surgeon works, because it's changed lives and it helps the lame to walk. If I want to tell somebody what is the gospel of Jesus Christ, I can just simply tell him that the gospel of Jesus Christ will help you to get up and walk. Because that's what the gospel does in the life of people. Let me explain my point just a little further. Will you come and go with me as we walk through Jesus' orthopedic clinic, which is the church? In it, Jesus has treated and cured, my friend, congenital and hereditary deformities. In our hospitals today, go to any one of them, and you will find numerous cases of club feet, flat feet, dislocation of hip joints, and various spinal, my friend, conturbitus, among the type of congenital and hereditary deformities that are treated. Why they should happen, why some abnormal development should take place in the prenatal life of the child, are questions that which the researchers are attempting to answer. But life proves, my friend, that many people are crippled because of some inherited weakness. Something that came from their parents. Crippled in the belly of the mother before they came out. And there is no understanding from the medical point of view. But thanks be to God today, our modern day multitudes are cured. Because the baby can come out with a crooked arm, and medical science has some way of straightening it out. Come out with crooked legs, and medical science has some way to straighten it out. What you trying to say, Bishop? Now the Bible has a lot to say about sin, S-I-N. And there is one thing that the Bible is completely certain about, and that is the sin is a congenital deformity, which keep men and women in every race and color from walking erect. Man, as we see him, stumbles from one moral failure to the next, bringing pain and sorrow to himself and those around him because of his moral deficiency. There is a fatal flaw in the human nature, and every man and woman has it. We cannot walk erect because we have inherited deficiency. We all spiritual cripples. I know you don't want to hear that, but yes, you are. Spiritual cripples. We came here spiritual cripples. The Bible said all have sinned, not just a few, and come short of the glory of God. Spiritual cripples. There is none righteous, no, not one. Spiritual cripples. All we like sheep have gone astray. Spiritual cripples. We inherited from our mommy and daddy. We came out with a sin nature. I never yet set my son or daughter down. I said, learn A, B, and C. Learned Jack and Jill went up the hill. Learned the songs of the church. But I have never set my children down and say, let me teach you how to lie. Let me teach you how to cheat. Let me teach you how to be bad. It's just inherent. They came here lying. Who broke that lamp? I don't know. Did not tell you not to eat that cookie. I didn't. Because there was some inherent deficiency, some congenital deformity in the life of the children when they got here. But the testimony of millions of people who have met Jesus, the orthopedic surgeon, confess that the surgeon's knife has cut out the diseased tissues so that the spiritual deformity can be eradicated. And they get out of the sick bed saying, if any man be in Christ Jesus, he's a new creature. All things pass away and all things become new. In my early life, I was a scandal. In my early life, I don't even know. When I left Philadelphia to go overseas, my mother prayed and said, Lord, please save my boy and bring him back home. I got saved in Japan, and God made that operation in me, my friend, and I began to join the millions of other people saying, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Say it. Listen.